it's like people think that just because you're still capable of sin after you're saved, that you're still a sinner. Jesus was capable of sin, yet without sin, and it wasn't because he was God, because he was a man. I mean, you got to understand, this is like Paul wrote in 1 Timothy 2:5 when he says, there's one God and there's one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ. I mean, you need to understand Jesus was a man, and to exalt him into anything else is of the Antichrist. This is what John wrote in 1 John 4, verses 1 and 2, when he says, Beloved, don't believe every spirit, but try the spirits whether they be of God, for many false prophets have gone out into the world. Hereby know we know the spirit of error and the spirit of truth. Everyone that confesses not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, but is of the Antichrist, who you heard should be come into the world and is already now in the world. I mean, we need to understand, just because we're capable of sin doesn't make us sinners. This is what Paul is saying in Romans chapter 6. Know ye not to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey? His servants you are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. As he said in 1 Corinthians 15:36, the body we sow is not given life unless it dies. It's planted in death in water baptism, but now we live by that faith, by the mercies of God that are in Christ. He describes in Romans chapter 12, verse 1, I call you near to listen by the mercies of God. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice. It's talking about the will and desire of the flesh, which is holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service, your spiritual worship to God. Because as Jesus told the woman at the well in John chapter 4, the hour comes and now is when the true worshipers of God shall worship God in spirit and truth. Because God is spirit, and he seeks such to worship him. They're not going to worship him in that mountain anymore. They're not going to worship him in Jerusalem anymore, but in spirit and in truth. I mean, we need to understand what Jesus came and accomplished. I mean, through faith in water baptism, we were raised to the right hand of God with Jesus, far above all principality, power, and dominion. God in Christ gave us authority over all the power of the enemy. Morally, he has no power over us anymore.